This is a pretty amazing background for this map. Look at that. What's loading?
No. Oh shoot! I was
talking to everybody. You are the most BM caster ever.
Wow, that was so BM. Anyways.
That was real BM.
Yep. Wow, I didn't realize I was talking to everybody.
All right. Well, now that you've tilted at both players, way to go.
Oh no.
All right. So Happy Zergs, he's a really good Zerg. He's from Russia, if I do believe.
Yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. Yep. So him versus Sora Rush. Sora Rush from Taiwan. Don't know much about the whole Taiwanese
He's not
scene.
Sora Rush, silly. Oh yeah, he is.
What?
Why did they say? Wait. Oh, okay. Sora Rush production. Who is Sora Rush? Crowley. Crowley is Sora Rush. Sora Rush is their second best player after Sen of the Gama Bears.
Okay.
So he's Crowley.
Crowley. Okay.
Production, can you confirm?
All right. It is confirmed then.
We just got confirmed from
That's
production.
Good. Production's pretty good.
Yeah. Thank you. So
right, so
it looks like Crowley's gonna do the same thing.
Yeah. Actually, not the same thing. Last game he went straight for a Forge without scouting, and this game he went straight for a Nexus without scouting. So.
And you know what? I love this. It's so smart because last game he went straight for a Forge, and guess who was watching last game?
Yep. Yep. It's all mind games. It's good.
Yep. Very nice. So the last thing Happy Zerg would probably do is what he's done right now.
Yeah. So we do have some Zerglings on the way. 2 pairs of Zerglings. We have an expansion going to be made right now for Happy Zerg. And yeah, so I think Protoss will be perfectly fine. Just throw down 1 cannon and you'll be safe.
Yep. Really smart opener by Crowley. I'm not sure if he thought that deep into it, but it looks that way, right? He went Forge first before.
Yeah, I think he was on purpose.
Yep. Very, very clever. So, yeah. Oh, Happy Zerg might be able to get in here, though. What do you think? Probably not. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, he just needs to make a pylon. Oh, there's the pylon. Boom.
Right on
Called
time.
that. Yeah, that's what every Protoss does to me. I always think like, oh, I can get in. Nope. There goes a pylon or gateway up to finish walling it off.
Yeah. Never happens to me because I never make links. And look, Happy Zerg a really fast third. Really, really, really fast third. Much better, economically speaking, is he's gonna get much more drones than his counterpart Lowly was in the previous game.
Very nice. You do have a double it. That's a really fast third hatchery, by the way. That's really fast.
Very, very fast. Now the queen transfer is not that fast, and he could start a 3rd queen elsewhere soon, but he needs to start producing those drones as well. He's basically just gonna be able to make a ton of drones once that 3rd finishes.
Yeah, he's just right now. He's just gonna make. He's probably gonna plan on just making pure drones to 60. He does. He does have an overlord at his natural, and he sees that he took all of the gases. So.
Yeah, that's a lot of early gases.
That's a lot.
Early gases. And yeah, actually, Happy Zerg has overlords everywhere. He knows everything that's going on right now. And,
I really like that.
Yeah, he sees 4 gases. He hasn't taken 1 single gas yet, though. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We do have the 3rd hatchery now up for Happy Zerg. We have the 3rd queen almost completed at this point, but still no gas anywhere to be seen for our Zerg player.
Yeah, and he is producing links as well, which is a little bit odd because he sees the 2 gases. He has to assume tech, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, made a ton of circlings, and really he doesn't have the economy for that. Like he's barely one drone ahead, whereas if all those circlings were drones, he would be so much more ahead because he would have been mining so much more a lot earlier.
That's very true. He must have overreacted to the one zealot that was sent towards him to kind of attack or scout or whatever the zealot's main purpose was. We do have an overlord running in here now, scouting this out. He will be able to see, I'm pretty sure, everything, including the Twilight Council, which is huge to be able to see that at this point of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. He sees all the gateways, all 4 gateways, and the Twilight Council. But really, I'm still. I mean, is it a Blink Stalker? We should see a Robo here soon, or?
Oh yeah, I would definitely.
So it's gonna be 3 more gates. So it's gonna be a 7-gate Jake. And he waited for that Overlord to die before dropping those extra 3 gates. So it's a little bit deceiving. This is definitely an all-in by the Protoss player, and I think Happy Zerg is looking just fine to stop this, though. He has stopped making drones. He has 7 more on the way, and I expect that to be the last few drones. His Roach runs at a good timing. His Glare is just barely started. It's all gonna come down to the first wave of units.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, he was going to make drones to probably 70. Well, he stopped to 69, so... But that's plenty enough economy to keep up with a 7-gate. Because really, the one thing that kills you when they do 7-gate or anything like that, 7-gate, 8-gate, Blink Stalker, is overproducing drones. Like, you need to stop at a certain point and start making army in preparation for this timing attack that's coming his way.
Absolutely. It always feels like, oh, I'm gonna stop this, but really, if you can't crush the first wave, it increasingly becomes super, super hard. Just because Protoss region, their shields and their army retention is a little bit better than yours. So, Happy Zerg, I think, is starting to make units at a pretty good time, and I think and his creep spread is impeccable. Lowly's creep spread wasn't very good at this point in the game. Happy Zerg's is really good. So
yeah, he's definitely on the creep spread.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's looking pretty good. I mean, obviously, when it comes down to these kind of attacks, you know, these sentries play a huge role, so it's going to depend on a lot of their force fields. You know, if you can get really good force fields off, which we actually see 4 force fields actually going down right there to trap those 6 or 7 Zerglings. Looks like he doesn't want to have to worry about a counterattack later on. After he decides to move out, he just keeps warping in more and more Stalkers. We do see a Robo going down. You know, I'm kind of surprised he isn't moving out faster.
I love this, Jake. I love this.
What'd I miss? What?
Jake, I love this. He's taking a 3rd, man. This is so sick. He's taking a 3rd. Let's look at the unit stab really fast. He's at 53 probes. He's not far behind. And he started forcing Happy Zerg to make units really early. Then he went 7 gates, and then he didn't move out. This is so good. A lot of Protosses don't do this. I mean, I'm not saying he's gonna win the game or that he's ahead, but definitely I think Happy Zerg would have stopped the 7 gates easily. Now I think, very nice force fields too. Now I think Crowley is definitely back in it just by taking that 3rd. So he's still been making probes, and he's been forcing out an army out of Happy Zerg.
I think that you're right, that it is a good idea for him to do it because of how, you know, like, he didn't have an observer, so he honestly didn't know how much units he had at that time, right? Whether his 7-gate would have worked or not. But I don't think it would have worked, so I think taking expansion's a great idea. But I don't think Zerg's in any kind of bad situation because now he can just instantly make tons of drones. He could take, I would double expand at this point because there's always this build-up time to where when Protoss goes for a 3rd, they're not aggressive right then. Because if they are, you can just counterattack and kill their 3rd, like, every time. So they're going to be in this, like, they're building up for this super late-game army. So, like, as we see right here, there goes the Zerg taking a double expansion. And he should just go to Hive, like, instantly.
Yeah, but if I could pause the game to analyze how cool this game is right now, I would. Like, right now, Happy Zerg is going for 3 Evo chambers, but look at what this did, the 7-gate, the fake 7-gate, and then never moving out. I even would have liked for him to poke a little more, just in and out and not lose anything.
Right.
But look at the tech. Like, he never won Mutas. He could never go Mutas. His upgrades is barely one range upgrade for the Zerg player. Like, all he was doing was making roaches. Some roaches are good units, but they're not great. He's maxed off of roaches and a couple of infestors right now. Once the Protoss gets to his maxed, it's gonna be so much stronger. Like, the Zerg has to start trading now.
Yeah. Like, you can't sit around with roaches. The longer you sit around with roaches, the worse it's going to be for you in the later stages of the game, just because they don't trade. But here's these force fields that I was talking about. The Colossus are up. They don't have range. 6 right past them. Now the base is doing a damage. The best is doing as much as they could be, but they're still getting off. That was a good trade.
Yeah, you're cutting out a little bit. That wasn't the worst trade ever for the Zerg, but it wasn't a great trade. And it wasn't like the only reason that even did any damage was because of the turning claws. That was a great play by Happy Zerg. But again, I feel like the Protoss, just by mind tricking the Zerg a little bit, has put himself in a great position that otherwise would have been probably game over a little bit ago. I love this game right now.
Yeah, this is a really good game. This is a good example too. I wish we would have saw the Spire go down a lot longer. Like, we see the Spire just started now for Happy Zerg. I wish we would have saw it a lot longer. You can start the Hive and the Spire at the same time, and they finish at the exact same time. So I wish that would have happened. We do see that Zerg's going back for that trade. More focus going down, actually hitting every unit in the pick.
Yeah, very nice fungals.
Sick.
Very nice fungals. Not quite enough, though. And now the Protoss is in a great spot. I mean, the map tells a different story, but really he's like, Happy Zerg is not mining that much, that much more than the Protoss player. And the creep spread, you know, it's only relevant to some point right now. It's gonna be taken out in a second here, and now Crowley moving out with a really strong army.
Yeah, you have to kind of question, you know, it's one thing when you're trading armies, but it's another when you just keep making the same armies and you're not getting anything out of it, you know?
Yeah. I really love that, though. I think more Protoss players should do that. I think more Protoss players should even do, like, fake 4 gates. Like, most players are like, oh, 4 gate, oh, you scouted it, oh, I'll still go 4 gate. No, just don't warp on anything. Go Expo, I'm making units. You don't need to make anything.
Right, let the other player overreact, and yeah, that's going to be game just because he, somehow he actually just made drones. I guess he made drones in one of his other expansions, but just too much stuff over here, and it does look like that Sorrow Rush did take this one down, so now he's on a pretty sick heater. He's won the last two matches.
Yeah, very clever by Crowley, very impressed.
Yep.
Nice play by Happy Zerg as well. I think he was absolutely ready to stop that 7 gate. I thought the game was over, and then Crowley just took an expo. I was with my camera on the expo too, Jake. I was like, just take an expo.
You're just waiting for it, huh?
I was like, yes.
I hear you. Yeah, I really wish, you know, when it comes to those things, like when you're trading and stuff, I wish he would attack at multiple locations. I'm not a fan of just like going head to head against a Protoss army. I like trying to, you know, make his army move around to maybe catch it off guard or something. You know, I wish he would have sent like 10 roaches to his third, like the backside, start picking off the gateways, cannons, whatever, and then engage in the front. So that way he makes the Protoss react to that and move some of his army around.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, the Protoss was the sure winner in that game. Very intelligent play, I would say.
Indeed. Good play.
All right, so with that, we're going to go into our next game after this short break. So stay tuned, guys. Hope you guys are enjoying the NASTL.
Yeah.